I'm James Zanewicz of Connect here at the BLPN during JPM Healthcare Week, sitting with one of my longest and dearest BLPN friends, 𝗕𝗟𝗃𝗍𝗧. Welcome.
Thanks, James. Wonderful to be here again. 4 years in a row at JP
I know,
Morgan.
right? Like, we're old hat.
We are. Well, you know, not a veteran when you're standing with people 20 years in, but it is great to have a couple of these JP Morgans under your belt.
It's because we started when we were very, very young.
Absolutely, and now we look like this.
Anyway, you know our BLPN questions because we're building those legendary professional networks.
Yeah.
But to help do that, often a little bit of background about the person behind the interview is helpful. So give us a bit about you, your background, and how you got to where you are now.
Thanks, James. I've had a long career of being a connector, but you know, in my career I've done product development, commercialization, and have the opportunity then those skills then moved into investment and funding. But then I took those networks of being connectivity and product development and have moved that into product development for investment, specifically to facilitate and fast track funding opportunities for companies that are wanting to really ensure that their impact in the hands of patients worldwide.
And you're doing a lot of that for Australia.
We are, and the great thing is it's about, that connection piece is now about ecosystems. It's not just about people to people, it's about ecosystem to ecosystem. And I've talked about this, the way that we do that is the bridge, is the people that happens through. And that's why communities and bedrocks of communities in the commercial landscape are critically important, because it actually allows things to transgress.
Absolutely, and I know you have lots of projects because you're working to assist lots of different companies, you're doing a lot for the community. What are some of the favorites you have that you're working on right now?
Well, when we have a family of over 50 companies that are at global best-in-class, either best-in-class or first-in-class innovations.
And they're all your favorites, of course.
They're all my favorites. It's wonderful to see, and I think probably one of the thematics I'm seeing is the just success of some of our clinician-led technologies. In particular, we've had some very successful opportunities that have launched global funding rounds at JP Morgan, and now 12 months later, are potentially moving into acquisition opportunities with large pharma. We've actually got one of our companies here that it's actually a titration of two already existing brands of drugs that have at the titration of IP, and that's allowing a game changer of an injection that would prevent surgery for frozen shoulder and 𝗕𝗟𝗍𝗡 and 𝗕𝗟𝗣𝗡's disease. Ultimately, we've also had, it's always great to come to JP Morgan and have podium wins. Our companies have been a part of global forums and pitches. And again, we're on the podium. 𝗪𝗎, again, women's health, I have to give it a shout out. Women's health is no longer a trend. It is something that is
like the
fair
keynote
and square.
Panel now.
Yeah, absolutely, and as it should be. And 𝗪𝗎 is an actual diagnostic that prevents an actual ovary being removed for the diagnosis of ovarian cancer, which is critical. So, I'm just in a privileged position to see the calibre of innovation come here, but not only execute for Australia, but globally, but become global citizens in that journey.
And as you're working to support those companies, those programs, that science and technology getting out, what is a way the BLPN members could help you in your mission?
Yeah, thanks for asking, James. I think as back to that point around, it's real connections in terms of you pay something forward, you pay something back. The opportunity is, as I said, funding is a given, and I think we've always got to understand that's a baseline. It's important is in terms of its global expertise, and it's people that can care to carry that forward. Advocacy is really important, and whether that's fundraising or connecting you to a global expert or someone that in research or complementing collaborators, that's what I'm looking for, is people where we can actually really start to build on a relationship, and together we can advocate for each other.
That's fantastic, because it is all about that. It's the way we all move things forward, is by doing it together.
Yes.
And you can't be isolationist. You have to do it in a global mindset.
Yes.
And the fact that you're there to access everything in Brisbane is incredible.
Yeah.
And as you know, one of my pet peeves is when people reach out and don't include a message. So, what's the best way for people to get a hold of you? And then if they send you a note on LinkedIn, don't just smash the connect button, send a message. What's something they can put in there where they watch this and they know about Lisa?
I am always delighted to have the level of interactions that I have at something like JP Morgan Healthcare Week. But importantly, to James's point, it is hard to ensure that you can stay connected and remember those opportunities. So for the people that I've had the pleasure of meeting, and we're going to progress these conversations conversations, please drop me a message, which is come and say good day. And that means
come say good day. I love that.
Come say good day, and then I will know, and that'll refresh my memory, and we'll look to progress that conversation and lock that in.
Nice. And so just find you on LinkedIn.
Absolutely.
Make that connection, and hopefully we can have a story about an outcome next year when we sit down and do this again.
Well, we do have. Can I just have a plug of
we?
one
Yeah,
outcome?
please. Let's
I
go.
do.
Yeah.
We again, our delegation grows every year for JP Morgan Healthcare Week. This year, we've actually had our leading #1 Australian University of Queensland, join us, and they had amazing news. Australia's largest licensing deal has been executed.
Congratulations.
Over $1 billion for University of Queensland and UniQuest, their tech transfer office there, have executed, their expertise is executed with Vice Bio, that licensing deal with Sanofi.
Yeah.
That's an amazing opportunity that is now executed, and these are wins that continue to put us on the map, and so many innovators obviously are going to pioneer from that opportunity.
This is why knowledge transfer and technology transfer is
Absolutely.
so key in having a good team inside the academia as well as outside to bridge those things.
And that's what we're excited is it's not just companies that come to JP Morgan. We've got our leading university tech transfer experts. We have our leading medical institute, 𝗕𝗟𝗄𝗎, and also our leading Australian Translational Research Institute, 𝗕𝗟𝗣𝗡. So having those types of expertise on ground, we have the best snapshot of our ecosystem here, and in reverse, we're looking to make sure that we can connect those people that are best in here and in the US.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to welcome you down to San Diego in June.
We will be, again, we know that in Australia obviously comes with a very large delegation, but specifically my home state, which Brisbane is the capital city of, we'll be back returning with over 130 of our best-in-class innovators, global experts, and researchers for San Diego for Bio International.
So not only just JPM, the things we've heard about here, but if you want to connect with either one of us at Bio, drop us a line.
Please do, and come and say good day.
I love that. Thanks so much, Lisa.
Thank you,
Appreciate
James.
it as always.
Great.
That was